Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice in Sedaishi's Route, and we're in Chapter 5, and we started reading this in the last part, and then I backed up because, wait, that was the perfect place to end. So, we're right back here. We're going to start at the beginning of Chapter 5, and we're going to read these next couple of lines again. So, deja vu if you watched the last part, so you've seen these next couple of lines, but whatever, we're doing them again.
Someone who said they were a member of Adonis contacted us soon afterward. After we spoke a few times, one day they told us we were the chosen ones. We were taken to a strange location, and then we talked to someone called Zero.
Zero?
We never saw what Zero looked like, because it was always just a voice. The person said they were helping people with deep sadness in their hearts like us, and they lent us strength when we were powerless. It was funny seeing Tsunemori move around like he was a puppet.
Suzune. Okay. That we already got that technically, but growing up as a young girl with her circumstances was too harsh for her. But saying you feel sorry for her isn't enough to forgive her crimes. When Adonis said they'd lend us their strength, for the first time in a long time, we thought that maybe there was a god after all. When you agree, it'd be difficult for us to kill 3 adults. But we didn't want to give up. We keep our heads low for our entire lives for this. We had survived all this time so that we could avenge our parents.
This is where the pain ends. I wanted it to end a long time ago. Oh, if she gets convicted, will he get the death penalty?
What are you saying?
I know I'm being selfish, but I know she also wants to die, but
I'd be hundreds of times happier to die with you than be forced to live in this rotten world without you.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry, she. Say, miss?
Oh my god, my back is fucking, I'm having a spasm. Yes?
If you have your gun, kill us.
What are you saying? The world doesn't need us. Have you ever tried looking at it that way? Huh? Shion started to mumble that to himself, but I recognized those phrases. We were a mistake. Our existence has no meaning. We have no future in this world. And who made the world that way? Who are really the ones no one needs? Ow. Oh my god, I'm having like a really bad fucking muscle spasm in my back. Shion.
I am. She is. He is. Not needed in this world. I wasn't allowed to wish for happiness. And the very moment that I was born, I was unnecessary. Thus, we will discard everything. We'll break those who create sorrow.
Suzune followed Shion's lead and also began speaking in a sing-song manner. I see. The declaration in the video was... It was their cry for help. I finally understood that.
If we're going to be caught and be forced to continue living like corpses, I'd rather die here.
Yeah, if you really care about us, kill us. I can't. My hand holding my firearm shook as they both stared at me. I couldn't say anything careless. They've suffered enough. This is quite a troublesome thing. I thought that I was a big troublemaker, but there are always others who are better. What the fuck? I reacted to hearing that relaxed voice by turning towards Saraishi. You say that you want to die, but both of you came to this place. If you didn't have any other regrets, you had a gun. Why didn't you kill yourselves? Saraishi! No matter how much you try to spin it, the fact of the matter is, you're afraid of dying. What? You've worked yourself a poor endgame. If I were in your shoes, I would have killed Takeuchi on the day I learned the truth. Tsuraishi, what are you saying? I'm not saying anything strange. You're saying the 3 that are dead are all at fault, but Takeuchi's just as guilty, don't you think? She knew the truth and didn't stop it. But that's... And for the last 10 years, she pretended like nothing happened to you guys. Isn't that kind of scummy? You leave her out of this. I will not. I'm not convinced here. For the first time in my life, I've taken this unreliable thing called emotion into consideration for an investigation. I straightened things out and thought about it, but I honestly still can't be confident. I want to know what the conclusion I teased out was, even somewhere close to accurate. Oh, I want to know that the conclusion I teased out was even somewhere close to accurate. So I'm asking you, why didn't you kill Takeuchi? I know that these past 10 years have been hell for both of you, but you managed to live through that hell thanks to Takeuchi, I believe. Don't talk like you know everything. Oh, so I'm wrong. I really shouldn't say things I'm not good with. I always laughed off the possibility of someone changing their whole being. But I can't laugh when it's actually happened. If you had someone like that, you might just have been saved. The feeling of someone needing you, it's not bad. It makes you think that it's all right to exist. We're getting to the root of him. Oh god. Saraishi. The two of them are quietly listening to Saraishi right now, but I know. I'll let you two go, and Takeuchi can just take all of the blame. That statement caused the two of them and myself to gasp. Saraishi, what are you?
What do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean. Shinjuku is quarantined, but there are ways to get out. I'm not going to believe in your lies. If you think I'm lying, I'll personally lead you to one of the escape routes. You both can leave Shinjuku from there. Please wait a moment. I can't allow you to do that. Allow me. You say the strangest things. What I do has nothing to do with you. What he says. What he says was unbelievable, but Saraishi did have the power to force this through. Takeuchi asked us to take care of them, so I can't. Yes, that. She asked us to help them, right? I think that letting them escape Shinjuku would definitely fall under that interpretation. I don't think you can assume that. She even went through the trouble of turning herself in. I didn't say it then, but the reason she asked for you is because you'd let your emotions get the better of you, and you'd let them go. Saraishi, is that what you were thinking? Yes. Well, as a police officer, I like to have criminals be caught, so I don't mind if it's her.
Are you serious?
How can you say that? I don't believe you. Why are you reprimanding me? I'm trying to help you escape here. No one asked for that. Xian began to speak, but quickly shut his mouth. As someone that was asked to help you, it wouldn't be right to cast me aside, don't you think? After you escape the city, you're free. Oh, that's right. I actually have quite a bit of power among the police. Even if it's forceful, I have ways to definitely set Takeuchi up as the perpetrator. Sarai!
Stop it!
Suzune interrupts my interruption and approaches Saraishi.
Auntie Takeuchi isn't at fault! We did this ourselves! If the two of us die, Auntie won't have to suffer anymore! We'll all be released!
Huh? What does she mean? I see. It seems like I had a misunderstanding. Also noticing that something was out of place, Saraishi turned to me. What they did was not to avenge their parents. It was to avenge their parents and Takeuchi. The revenge for the three. The reason why they didn't kill Takeuchi wasn't because they saw their mother in her, or they let her go out of pity. It was for her sake in the first place. The reason they committed the murders, I mean. That's enough! You purposely led us on! I just wanted to know the truth. I can't allow there to be even a little lie.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. If you didn't say it, I probably would have. In other words, the plan was to kill those three and then to commit suicide. Yeah, we were supposed to have died right after killing Yoshitani in October. But we couldn't. Auntie came right after, and she asked us if we had anything to do with the incident. It would have been easy if she were someone we could lie to, but she had cared for us like a parent the whole time. So we admitted we were part of it. Oh, we would have been fine if Auntie just told the police about it. But Takeuchi didn't tell the police. Not only that, she started saying that she'd take care of things if the police suspected us.
We wanted to give her peace of mind, but we just ended up cornering her more. If we died now, Auntie will think it's her fault. And that's why we can't die now.
It was perfect getting revenge for our parents. We left the dolls behind when we killed Yoshitani, so we wouldn't get away, or we couldn't get away with it. But no one found Yoshitani's body, so the investigation never led to you. But in exchange, because Takeuchi cared so much for you, it made her genuinely afraid. In addition to her guilt of being unable to help Uno, she would think that it was her fault that Uno's children committed crimes. Knowing the facts about the murders and hiding it would be obstruction of justice, but the murderers, yeah. Considering what was on Takeuchi's mind, I could understand her pain. So what I think is, if she has to live the rest of her life with a guilty conscience, you may as well end it. Someone just needed an opportunity. That's what I thought. If Auntie just forgot about Mom and lived freely like the rest of them, we could have killed her the same way.
But we can't kill Auntie. She gave us presents on her birthday. She celebrated the day we were born with us. She was the only person in the entire world that needed us.
She's stupid for turning herself in to protect us. That's like... Shion bit his lip and became quiet. But I thought I knew what he wanted to say. It's like they're a real family. A single person can change you. Oh, that's what we've done to Sadaishi. Just by having someone need you, you thought about how you were irreplaceable to that person. Oh, Sadaishi. Even if you knew they're criminals, they were able to hold on to a shred of humanity because of Takeuchi's existence. And that's when we find out that he's somebody bad. I can't. Takeuchi doesn't know that this is what you think, does she? We can't tell her that now. That's not true. What better time is there to face each other honestly? No one knows what will happen in the future. You might never speak to each other again. It's too late if you realize it once they're gone. You avoided telling Takeuchi what's in your hearts and what you really feel. Won't you regret it if everything ends without you doing anything? The two of them hesitated to give an answer about what they wanted to do. Sadaishi nonchalantly spoke to the two wavering children. I forgot to mention this, but neither of us are investigators. Huh? You started a gunfight all of a sudden, so I didn't have the chance to say anything. Oh, yes. So, pleased to meet you. I'm Kageyuki Sadaishi of Forensics, and this one here. I'm Spacey Hoshino of the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. Why are we doing introductions now? There. Even after hearing about the special what's it, I guess you won't know what it means. I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's a new department, so not a lot of people know about it. Oh, just assume my job is mostly to do with crime research. As for her, simply put, she basically does a lot of complaint processing. Like a counselor. Yes. In other words, her job is mainly dealing with people's stress. There's no exceptions, right? After he said that, I finally realized what Sadaishi's intentions were. Yes, it's my job to listen to the citizens no matter what they want to talk about. Meaning, she'll still be here to listen to you, too. Huh? Oh, that was him. Huh? But where? That's my job, so I'll do anything I can to help. I have no intention of getting in your way, so feel free to do what you want. Then, I want to know what Auntie's thinking. Can you do that? I'll try. I don't trust you yet. I'm all right with that for now. Please come to the station with me. Sadaishi contacted Morioka. He arranged for them to have a place where they could speak with Takeuchi. They probably won't like it. Even though I had investigators at my side, bringing these two into the audio room was frowned upon. If it wasn't for Sadaishi dealing with the higher-ups, they would never have allowed this. I knew full well that this overstepped my SRCPO bounds, and it also did so as a police officer. Even so, I wanted to believe that this was the best way to resolve the incident. Excuse me. Upon entering the room, Takeuchi turned pale and stood up when she saw the two. You two, why are you here?
We wanted to talk with you.
If we went away, we thought you wouldn't have to feel guilty anymore. So why did you do this? Takeuchi looked down when asked that. At first, I spoke with you two out of guilt over Yurine. But as years passed, a different feeling started to grow inside of me. When she lifted her face, she looked straight at Shion and Suzune and smiled. I felt love for you, and I wanted to protect you. I wanted to tell everyone who looked down on you as murderers' children that you're not like that. But if I knew things would end like this, I shouldn't have told you. That's not true.
We didn't understand why our mother turned out the way she did. We always thought we were the problem, but we couldn't figure out the answer. But that wasn't it. We were relieved when we found out the truth.
It's not that our mother didn't need us. We felt that our existence was finally validated. We didn't hate you for it. To be honest, we felt gratitude toward you. So that's how you felt?
Auntie, you shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, we need to be the ones to atone for our crimes. You've suffered long enough for us. You don't need to shoulder it anymore. Thank you, but I can't do that. Why not? Because you're also my children. It's the parent's duty to atone alongside her children if they stray from the right path.
Parent?
What are you, stupid? You'd be much happier if you just cut your ties with us. The two of them looked down and bit their lips. Seeing them when they were on the verge of tears made them finally look their age. Felt like they'd finally found a place where they could belong, and now they're going to end up in jail. Poor sad kids. I went outside and bowed to Morioka, who was on standby. I'm sorry for asking this of you. It's fine. My superiors did tell us to try to capture the suspects alive. Because there's no need to interrogate them about the X-Day incidents. That's part of it. Those siblings are minors, regular citizens that were taken advantage of by Adonis. As long as they've committed murder, they can't plead extenuating circumstances. But to be honest, it's hard not to sympathize. That's why we didn't want them to commit suicide before we gave them a chance to rehabilitate. Morioka. But I wonder if we can get any useful information on Adonis from those two. Oh, I was gonna say, I was literally just wondering if we can get any useful information. I'm like, don't they have bugs in them that's gonna make them forget everything? Shion! Suzune! Before they went in, we searched them to make sure they weren't hiding anything, and they were both handcuffed. It was doubtful that they would do anything to her in this situation, but no, they're passed out. Takeuchi! Why? The first thing I saw when I jumped into the room was Shion and Suzune on the floor. What happened? I don't know. Both of them held their heads and collapsed. They both still have pulses. Morioka got down and checked their breath before standing up again. As expected. What do you mean? I'll explain later. We need to get him to the hospital. Takeuchi, we'll keep you under observation for the time being. Yes. Morioka. Hoshino, you go back to your post. Yes, sir. I exited the room in painful reluctance and turned my back to the door. I'm so helpless. It's frustrating and mortifying. When I turned around, I saw the two of them being taken out in stretchers. I watched, paralyzed. I couldn't move at all. Fourth and third executors. We've gotten I guess it's because we've captured criminals, but we've gotten third executor, second we haven't. Well, the weird thing is if that's fourth and third, first and second, wouldn't we? You know what I mean? I know we've gotten executor ones in other people's paths, but I never remember which numbers they are. Bird. Not all drinks are for you. Lush. I watched, paralyzed. Couldn't move at all. Unless there was a fifth. Because I'm thinking it depends on the order of the cases, maybe? I don't know. Before I'd noticed, it was already sundown. Maybe we did get a fifth executor in one of the other routes, and I don't know. I got up to the roof and looked up at the sky. In the end, I was so useless. One of the X-Day cases had been solved. We also stopped the suicide of the perpetrators. Oh god, she's going to find the cat thing. Learning of the perpetrators' circumstances and bringing them to Takeuchi also helped to mend their hearts. But Adonis still roams free. I wondered how Shion and Suzune were doing. I caught the obviously busy Morioka and managed to get some information from him. There, I learned of some shocking facts. The perpetrators of the October X-Day incidents, Shihan Uno and Suzune Uno, received examinations at the hospital. Although their lives weren't in danger, they both experienced memory loss. It wasn't a temporary memory loss due to shock, but it seemed their memories were erased. All of their memories from the point at which they had been contacted by Adonis had been completely wiped out, meaning any memory that may have been disadvantageous to Adonis had been purposely erased by some unknown method. Investigations HQ seemed to have been expecting this. As it turned out, all of the perpetrators of X-Day incidents all suffered from the same condition once they'd been taken into custody. One of the suspects, Manabu Soda, was examined and a microchip was discovered in his body. That chip seemed to be used as a messaging device and was also assumed to be the cause of their memory manipulation. In the end, even after the perpetrators were arrested and the incident solved, the police are no closer to learning about Adonis. That was the current situation. When Shion and Suzune collapsed, Morioka wasn't surprised at all. Unless they analyzed what was inside the chip, they couldn't get anything. Shion and Suzune were influenced by Adonis, and their desire for revenge was exploited. I don't know why I read it that way. But the crimes that they committed must be punished. I was filled with grim feelings. Actually, before... Okay, she didn't. I was like, she's gonna find the little cat thing up there, and it's gonna be like, okay. An ordinary and happy family. A strict yet kind mother who was a good cook. A loving and dependable father. A very close twin brother and sister. They are the portrait of a happy family. Yurine Uno may not have been mentally strong enough to deal with what she faced. Her husband may have been insensitive to her plight. The children may have been too young to accept reality. As a result, the children were left behind. The elder brother hated the world and gave up on life, while the younger sister isolated herself from the world due to a mental disorder. However, no matter what the reason may be, now that they've committed murder, they cannot be sympathized with. If they were not cajoled into murder by Adonis, they may have been able to overcome the hatred in their hearts. That opportunity no longer exists for them. What? That's fucking rough. The cases are open, but there have been major breaks in the September and October X-Day incidents. In the September incidents, it's learned Shion Uno contacted Tsunemori through Adonis. The desire to murder Hachisuka was stoked, resulting in this incident. Tsunemori, compelled by a sense of superiority, tries to make this an unsolved crime by committing suicide in jail. This is a result of Shion Uno toying with Tsunemori's mind, guided by Adonis. As for the October incident, it's likely that Shion Uno and Suzune Uno both stabbed Yoshitani. 2 sets of fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. They're minors, but due to the nature of the crime, police intend to interrogate them. During interrogation, they're both stricken with memory loss. It's obviously Adonis's doing, but no more information could be obtained. You know what the funny thing is, though? There are always substitution murders, and yet they pulled out. I mean, they got Tsunemori to murder Hachisuka for them, and then conned him into kind of killing himself, and then they killed the other girl. But it's really weird. They committed the murders for themselves. But so it's not really a substitution murder. It's kind of odd. This one doesn't fit the normal pattern. My thoughts were still hazy as I headed to the SRCPO office. Hey, it's the hero, Mochida. Huh? Saheki. I heard, Oshino. You caught the perp. Oh, well, it's more like... No need to be modest. I didn't think that Hoshino would capture a perpetrator of an X-Day case. As your colleague, I'm proud of you. It makes me want to work harder. Don't be so jealous that you go and murder people or like false trump up charges. Don't do that, because then you're going to get murdered and it's going to be like an Enomoto thing all over again, and I can't. The praises passed through me without effect. After this incident, although it was still foggy, I was starting to see the form of Adonis's justice. Why is it dark all of a sudden? Why does my screen go dark? Adonis's trying to judge the evil that the law doesn't. But to Shion and Suzune, they viewed it as redemption. Considering that, could what Adonis is doing be absolutely called evil? Whatever the case, a crime is still a crime. It can't be justified. Why is it dark all of a sudden? Is it just me? Like, why did my screen go dark? What the fuck? Though my desire to bring Adonis to justice was wavering a bit now. That's not possible. Okay. It was just because of our inner monologue. It goes dark when they usually have the panel in the center, but I was like, why did it go dark? It's weird. I looked at my desk to notice a cell phone strap with a black cat on it. Isn't this Sadaishi's? What's it doing here? Sadaishi was together with me when we were taking Shion and Suzune to the station, but he disappeared immediately after. Sadaishi was the one who led them on so that they would go and meet Takeuchi. I took the strap in my hand and put it in my coat pocket. So he picked it up off the roof and then put it back there. Why? Wait, no, Sadaishi, don't be doing this shit with me again. Don't rip my heart out again. It's like he rips it out in every part. I can't. Mochida and Saeki, you've both misunderstood one important thing. The reason why this incident was solved, it was because Sadaishi helped. If I was alone, I wouldn't have been able to bring those two to the station. Uh-huh. He does have quite the accomplishments. Hey, isn't Sadaishi with you today? He just disappeared somewhere. I think it's just his typical wandering. Mochida, can I go look for Sadaishi? Why are you even asking? You just got off duty and you haven't rested. If you're still running around, you're probably exhausted. You contributed to the arrest of the perp, so you get tomorrow off. Oh, but in exchange, you're working for the day after tomorrow, so get ready for that. You're working the day after tomorrow. Yes, sir. Thank you. Rest up. Yeah, you too, Saeki. I headed to field operations support. I hope he didn't, but maybe he's already gone home. It's entirely possible with Sadaishi. Seriously, where did he go? Oh god. I thought about what my actions had accomplished throughout this investigation. I didn't know how to express it, but I had this odd feeling in my chest. I only felt powerlessness, and I was losing my sense of direction. I want to meet up with Sadaishi and talk. As if I was keeping pace with my rushed emotions, I began to walk faster. Right when I ran up the stairs. Oh, Sadaishi! I happened to meet Sadaishi coming down the steps. What are you doing here? What happened to the kids? They're at the hospital. After speaking with Takeuchi, they suddenly collapsed. I see. So their memories were erased. Yes, that's what I heard. So Sadaishi did know. Since he was a profiler, I'm sure that he and Investigations HQ often shared information and cooperated. Or maybe they didn't share that stuff with the rookies. I suppose that's to be expected. Actually, where were you, Sadaishi? Nowhere. I just thought it would be best to let you get the credit there. You don't need to do stuff like that. The only way this was possible was thanks to your help, Sadaishi. What? You solved an incident, and yet you still look unsatisfied. Coming from someone who observed me, I guess you see right through me. I was prepared to face the truth, so I don't regret any of that. But I was just thinking, there might be people who want the justice that Adonis offers. I'm still certain no matter what the reason may be, murder is still something that can never be justified. But you touched the depths of the X-Day incidents directly, and your heart is wavering. Yes. Interesting. I see. Tadaishi frowned and went deep in thought for some reason. But soon he tapped his palm with a fist. I got it. Come to my place. Huh? I didn't know how his thought process could have led into that course of action. Your actual home? Why all of a sudden? Come on, leave it to me. Tadaishi pulled my arm in an oddly enthusiastic manner. I guess I have to follow him. In the end, I found myself standing at the door to Sadaishi's place, the culmination of a long journey where he pulled me the entire way. Forced you there. I mean, we would have willingly gone there. He's like, come to my place. Okay. How did his mind go? I don't care how your mind went there. I'm coming. It's chapter 5. Are you going to kiss me yet? Because what the fuck? Now then, I'll get things ready, so wait there. After arriving at his house, Sadaishi disappeared into the back. But this... Oh wait, this might be too big. He's mumbling to himself, but I have no idea what he's doing. I know, right? I'd been dragged around by him all this time, so it wasn't like anything would surprise me now, when you get kissed by this motherfucker at will. Although this was still Sataishi, so there's a chance he'd do something completely abnormal. And while I thought about it over and over, Sataishi came back with something in his hands. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here you go. He handed me a navy blue sweatshirt, sweatpants, and a towel. Oh, Sataishi. What's this? It's your change of clothes. It's a bit big, but it's better than it being small, right? Change of clothes? You can use anything you need in the bathroom. Go ahead and take a bath if you want. Wait a second. Why would I be taking a bath at your place all of a sudden? Huh? Isn't taking a bath the most effective way to relieve some fatigue? I do think it's pretty effective, but... Yeah, I know, right? So just take it easy. I'll take care of the rest in the meantime. But I didn't say I'll take... The bathroom is that way. The toilet's next to it. He's not listening to me. I love this. He's basically like, here you go. Here's some of my clothes. Oh my God, just do it. And the clothes are like, did you wash these before? Do they smell like you? Like, so then she went to the kitchen and I was left alone in the room. I guess he just wants me to take a bath because it'll help me relax. Still, wouldn't you have someone take a bath in their own house? Even for Sataishi, this didn't make much sense. He could have done this so many other ways. And normally I just refuse and go home. But it seems like Sataishi thought it through in his own way before bringing me here. I'll just accept his show of goodwill. Yeah, I would too. While I was still feeling apprehensive, I headed to the bathroom. 30 minutes later. This is really embarrassing. The sweats that I borrowed from Sataishi were too big for me. Even after I folded the sleeves, it was still baggy. I never really noticed it before, but Sataishi is pretty fit, and he's fucking tall as shit too. I pulled up the loose pants while thinking that to myself. Once I entered the bath, I pretty much immediately regretted it. Hot! I thought I heard Sodaishi's voice, so I headed into the kitchen. Oh, huh. I thought it looked easy, but it's pretty hard. Look, he's so adorable. He's probably trying to cook. I knew it. I'll take care of everything he's trying to cook. Look at his face. Sadaishi was standing in front of the stove using a frying pan lid as a shield. Oh, are you done? You could have relaxed a bit more. What are you making? It's no good. You should stay where you are. He stopped me when I tried to get closer, so I reluctantly backed away. This is so fucking adorable. I can't. I'm reading this with the biggest smile on my face. My face hurts. He is so fucking cute. Oh my God, he doesn't know how to human. I love it. I glanced down and saw something resembling charred vignettes. What was that? I looked into the frying pan and Sadaishi jumped in front of me again. Just go wait on the sofa over there. And don't come into the kitchen, okay? All right. I got the feeling that I shouldn't object, so I turn around. Huh. Did you shrink? I did not. It could be because of the outfit. How do I put this? It's pretty cute. With my sleeves drooping, I headed over to the sofa. I mean, he's like a foot taller than her. Well, why did I take this cute comment at face value? He said that another time before, and he was just teasing me. I sat on the sofa and clasped my hands on my knee. I'm sure he doesn't mean those words the way a normal person would. I just decided to interpret it the same way I did everything else he said, and paid it no mind. Is this going to be the part where we pass out snuggled up with him? Because I love those ones. I need those in my life. But for some reason, my cheeks were still hot and wouldn't cool down. But Sadaishi is definitely acting strange. He's more open and his tongue's not as sharp. His actions were also different too. Oh my God, he's on drugs! I'm only nervous because he's acting strangely. And because the situation is just odd and adorable. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so bothered by it. If it was anyone else, and you love Sadaishi, and you're like, I love it because it's him, but at the same time, it's like, for her. She's like, but it's odd because it's Sadaishi, and this is odd. If it were anyone else that I had feelings for, I'd be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But she's like, what's he going to do? He's going to kill me. While I was lost in thought, the sound of oil splattering and the smell of something burning returned me to my senses. The state of affairs in the kitchen started to worry me. I wonder what Sadaishi's making. Making should be in quotes. Actually, does he even know how to cook? This part is great. Thanks for waiting. I think it turned out all right. While saying that, Sadaishi placed something on the table with a defeated look on his face. Rolled omelet? An object with burnt edges was placed in front of me. Hey, only burnt edges. What I had thought were charred beignets before were actually his attempt at rolled omelets. Or beignets? Beignet? I don't know. You said you liked rolled omelets before. I thought it'd help if you ate something you like. Huh? Is this for me? But, oh god, hold on. But how did it end up like this? Just by me cooking it on the frying pan. This isn't edible. Oh well, I'll throw it out. What are you doing? Don't! Why? There's an extremely high probability that this will not taste good. If you cut off the burnt parts, it's still edible? It might be weird to hear this coming from me, but it's not worth eating. That's not true. You tried your best to make this, Sadaishi. That, in itself, makes it worth eating. At least attempting. I tear off the burnt parts with some chopsticks. See, it's perfectly edible. And she eats it and she's like, it's not perfectly edible, but I applaud the attempt. Fine, fine. If you insist, go ahead. And don't mind if I do. It's so adorable. She's like, I'll try your horrible cooking and I might die, but I take a bite. The sweet seasoning surprises me. This? I tried adding sugar to get closer to the way you seasoned eggs. What do you think? It's good. That makes me feel happy. Thank you. Lots of words came to mind, but I couldn't say them out loud. It could be because I felt timid right now, but emotions began to fill my heart. What's the matter, Spacey? Oh, did it taste so bad you're speechless? I told you you didn't need to eat it. Man, I shouldn't do things I'm not used to. I'll go buy you something in place of that. Sadaishi. Hmm? Because his... Okay, that's not us talking to him, but because his attitude and words stick out as different, others aren't able to see it. I think you are a very kind person. What's with you all of a sudden? Do you have a fever? I didn't put anything weird in the eggs. At first, I didn't understand you. I honestly suspected you as an Adonis collaborator. He might still be. But right now, I don't think that's true. I may not look like it, but I trust you. I'm glad that I'm able to conduct investigations with you, Sadaishi. I don't understand you. You're calling me kind all of a sudden. Knowing you, you don't have any ulterior motives. So that must mean you really mean it. Anyway, don't worry about me. At least for today. Do you feel better now? Yes, I do. It's thanks to your rolled omelets. You're exaggerating. I wish I could have done something more considerate for you. You tried to cheer me up, and you put some thought into what you could do. So you invited me to your home, right? Something like that. It is unlike me to do so. Oh, is it unlike me to do so? Yes. I thought you were acting weird, but it also cheered me up. I see. This is all I can do right now. I thought I could do mostly anything, but with you, I'm fumbling with everything. It's not really like me, but... He extended his arm to me and patted me on the head. Oh! I want you to continue smiling. I never want to see you sad. Those kids today really got you twisted up. But in the end, you followed your own convictions. I didn't have the same conviction as you. I would never feel pain for someone else. That's why I really don't understand your pain. And that makes me feel miserable. His expression and words seem frustrated. He's like, I don't understand other people's pains, and that makes me hurt. So there you go. Even though he couldn't understand, he tried to. I could feel him putting in the effort, and that made me hurt. Sadaishi has changed. He was showing me his true self. He was opening up his heart to me. He's going to backstab. There's going to be some kind of horrible betrayal coming. That simple fact made me so happy I wanted to cry. You might get mad at me treating you like a child, but you did well today. We're the only ones here right now. You can say what's ever on your mind. I'm not so fragile that your words can hurt me. I'll accept anything you throw at me. I love you. The back of my eyes got warmer. I tried to suppress the trembling on my shoulders, but it was useless, and tears began to fall. Being kind to me right now, it isn't fair. Well, me being unfair to you isn't exactly something new. His words were mean, but the fingers that wiped away my tears were kind. Ah! I realized that what I can do in relation to X Day is so minor. Adonis said they'd bring about the rebirth of Japan. If that's their declaration to judge evil that escapes punishment by law, will we be able to stand up against someone who follows such principles? I know that we can't leave things as is. I know that I have to change. I was feeling frustrated. Expelling my feelings all at once seemed to lighten my heart a little. Sadaishi seemed to hesitate for a moment before he started to speak. I can't tell you exactly what you should do next, but as for my personal opinion, you should stay the way you are. You shouldn't be influenced by any other color. I didn't think he would say that, and I stared at Sadaishi. He realized that he said something unlike him, so he averted his eyes. Sadaishi, you're acting an awful lot like a Sadaishi I've never seen before. I don't know what I don't know it. I don't know what to do even if you say that. You're the one making me act strange. I don't actually think I'm influencing you that much, Sadaishi. I get the feeling that you're much more terrible than I am. You don't realize how insensitive, careless, and unpredictable you are. That's not a compliment. I intended it as one, though. Jeez. Besides, Sadaishi, you're also... Conversation naturally transitioned into our typical banter. I continued eating the rolled omelet while we talked, and by the time it was gone, I found myself closing my eyes and leaning back on the sofa out of fatigue. Oh, yes. Fall asleep. Huh. Did she fall asleep? I did notice that she was starting to doze off. This isn't her home. I should call out to her before she falls asleep and send her home. And that's what I thought. But I ended up holding off on that. She's so defenseless when she's sleeping. It agitated me. But watching her made me smile. At the same time, it made me uneasy. Is this sensation what others refer to as happiness? It felt calming and warm. The color of spring sunshine filled my heart. Is this an illusion? Or is it my instincts? I'm confused at the sudden changes in my emotions, and it doesn't feel real to me. My heart wavers and it's getting confused. I'm so nervous that I'm hesitant to touch her. She didn't know this, but someone like me couldn't bring myself to touch her that easily. Ever since I started dealing with you, my entire world has changed. Of all people, Yes, of all people, she was the one that was confusing me. But this may have been expected. Even so, I couldn't just ignore the impulses I had and pretend it didn't happen. However, reality can be so cruel. Some things just could not be changed. This makes me sad. I won't let it end. Those are the words she said. I didn't think it's I don't think it's foolish sentiment anymore. I didn't think. I don't know. But that was all just glossing over things. And the end would come one day. Oh, Sadaishi, don't make me sad. Fuck. Guys. I did save, I think, before this part. I'm not sure when the last time I saved was. All right. I'm gonna stop and I'll be right back. We'll get back to where we were. So hold on. Okay. So the thing that sucks is when that happens, you have to start the game over from your last save, and you have to manually click through for 5 fucking minutes. Thank fucking God that I had saved at the beginning of chapter 5. Because sometimes if I play a couple parts back to back, I don't save. But I was like, I'm gonna save it. You know, good place to save it because we've done a lot. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have been still clicking. It took me 5 minutes to click through everything because I couldn't skip because the game shut down. So it's like the same thing. Like the one day my freaking Vita TV just shut itself off. It's the same thing. It doesn't act like you've played it. So this is where we were, and hopefully it doesn't do it again. Because otherwise, I saved like right before this though. So like right when we loaded up when it turned to his perspective. So it'll be okay. I won't have to skip through as much. But If it does that, then we're fucked and I don't know what's wrong with the game. So anyway, the end would come one day. It's your fault, Spacey. HJ. Okay. All right. Are we going to wake up curled into him? I really fucking hope so. I need this in my life. Anyway. I realized that I felt well rested for the first time in ages, and I blinked a few times. I saw an unfamiliar ceiling and noticed that I was in a bed that felt different from usual. Where am I? Did something happen to me again? I got up immediately with that thought in mind. Oh god. Someone's here. I turned to the source of the voice and I stopped myself right when I was about to scream. Tsuraishi was sleeping right in front of me. That's right. I visited Tsuraishi at his home and took a bath here. And, I sat on the sofa and talked after that. I don't remember. I wasn't drinking, so I don't think the alcohol caused us to do anything. Maybe. But then why is Tsuraishi sleeping in a bed right next to me? I try not to cry out in surprise while I stared at Tsuraishi while he's sleeping. This is the first time I've seen him sleep. I need a CG! I need a goddamn CG in this, but she always ends up fucking like passed out or like wrapped up like with them, and it's great. I love it. I fucking love that this is a common thing in every single one of these paths. However, I need a fucking CG of this. Like he just grabs her and like couldn't imagine what his daily life was like. So everything today seems so new. He was really fit. He was terrible at cooking. And then his sleeping face was juvenile and cute. What am I thinking? I should get up for now. Being this close is bad for my heart. I tried not to wake up Tsuraishi and exited the bed slowly. Where are you going? Ah! You freaked out way too much. You change colors so easily this time of day. You're awake? Yeah, I woke up just a bit ago. I saw you wake up and try to piece together what happened. Did you think something happened between us? Like we had a one-night stand? It's not going to be a one-night stand, honey. It's going to be forever. No, I didn't. I mean, there. Calm down. You fell asleep on the sofa, so I brought you here. Unfortunately, nothing happened between us. Unfortunately. She's like, how is that unfortunate? Wait, unfortunately? Really? I thought it was quite unfortunate. Huh? When I saw you sleep, I started getting sleepier. It was the perfect chance to observe you, too. There's nothing interesting about observing me all through the night. It doesn't matter. I wanted to watch you. That's a little creepy, but I love you, so it's fine. I don't even know how to react to that, right? Because you're like, oh, wait, that's creepy. Wait, is it cute? I don't know. Why did he say it so happily? I'm actually afraid of asking. If he put it like that, it gave me the illusion that he cared about me. Oh, by the way, I also took the day off today. Oh, really? And I thought your brother would be worried, so I called to tell him you were staying for the night. What? That sentence snapped me back to reality. You called? How did he? It was fine. I said I was your partner and explained it to him that you fell asleep at my home. He totally misunderstood that. What? I also told him that I had you take a bath and that I also took you to bed. I was being a welcoming host, don't you think? Tsuraishi. Oh, I love him. Like, I had her take a bath, and then I fed her, and she fell asleep, so I took her to bed. He's like, oh! Her brother is probably literally like, mental image. Tsuraishi wasn't lying. He wasn't, but... Although, now that I recall, in the middle of the conversation, he told me to say no more and then hung up on me. It appeared like Tsuraishi caused a really awkward misunderstanding. The sight of me agonizing over his revelations made Tsuraishi laugh. Tsuraishi, you intentionally said that knowing that he'd get the wrong idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I just told him what honestly happened. Oh, fine. Whatever. I decided to just get out of bed and clear up the situation after going home. You know, it's nice to have someone by your side when you wake up. Those words make me freeze up. Please fucking just grab me and give me a CG of this. I need this. Tsuraishi, Did you eat dinner after cooking yesterday? Hmm? Well, I just eat when I feel like it. So don't worry about it. I can't allow that. You did do all that for me yesterday. So let me make something for you. Really? I'm having deja vu. You've said that to me before. That time was. You won't run away this time. I won't. Can I use what you have in your fridge? Your refrigerator? Sorry, I'll say that. Go ahead. There's not much in there, though. It's okay. Just leave it to me. Oh, let me get changed first. Then I'll go wash my face. I can't wait. Sadaishi disappeared into the bathroom after getting out of bed. Oh, but we had a sleeping with Sadaishi moment, and you didn't give me the fucking CG of like her laying there like shocked with his dreamy, sweet, sleepy face. Oh, come on, game. Why? Why would you do that? This is the least I could do. I'm happy to know that Sadaishi likes it. If he smiles for me, it makes me happy too. I realize that when he said about yesterday applied to me too. I realize that what he said about yesterday applied to me too. Having someone by your side makes me happy. I want to always be near him. When I realized that, the emotions I was feeling all seemed to make sense. I've started to develop feelings for Sadaishi. While he kept dragging me around by the arm, I started to think that it actually wasn't all that bad. He may seem cynical and strange, but I wanted to accept everything about him. Even though he wasn't straightforward, he was really pure and kind. I wanted to accept it all. What should I do? After I realized it, now I just felt embarrassed. Just calm down. Sadaishi doesn't realize your feelings yet. I'll get changed and make breakfast. I'll think about everything else later. Inside the refrigerator were eggs, ham, and rice. While I was whipping up some omurice, Sadaishi's face came to mind. By the time I'd realized it, I had drawn a cat with ketchup, whiskers, and all. I wonder if he'll think this is weird. Actually, he might not think anything of it. I started to panic in front of the plated omurice. Whoa! Is that omurice? How did you make this with leftovers? Sadaishi appeared out of nowhere and looked over at the omurice. A shape. You drew it for me because you knew I like cats. Wait, no. Yeah, something like that. Sadaishi said words that made my heart jump, and I couldn't look at him straight. Because you know I like cats. What? I love the fact that she's so, neurotic about it now. Paying me no heed, Sadaishi grabbed a spoon from his silverware. Can I eat this? Go ahead. I looked at Sadaishi indirectly and saw him take the spoon and scoop up a mouthful of the omurice I'd cooked. Wow, it's so fluffy. The cooking steps are the same as the rolled omelet, but why is it so different? He ate while tilting his head. Sadaishi looked kind of cute that way. This calm atmosphere made me feel really happy for some reason. The trick is to whip some air into the eggs first. Oh, your brother is so lucky. He gets to eat your cooking all the time. There are times when he goes out to eat with his friends, so it's not all the time. And he complains about me using too much or too little seasoning. The fact that he's able to complain so freely means that he's really close to you. No matter how unreasonable he's being, you'd want to try to accommodate him. And there's someone I know like that. At first, I thought they were just close. But now, I think I understand better. It's a bond on a different level than friends or lovers. It's one that's found among family. So they? Oh, nothing. Still, this must be what it feels like to live with someone. I honestly had doubts about why anyone would want a family, but I think I'm beginning to understand now. To live with you, that ought to be fun. The sun shined into the room, and Sadaishi smiled gently. And her heart is like, oh, to live with you would be fun. My heart just stopped. If what we had right now is an example of our everyday life, it might be fun. Huh? Did you disagree? That means you want to be family. I just said it might be fun. I'm kidding. That might is enough for me, considering you saw me as the enemy a while back. I reacted with rejection out of embarrassment, and I was ashamed of that. I actually feel happy. I reacted with I wonder if Sadaishi still thinks that I don't like him. Before I said that I don't hate him, but he wasn't the kind to take things at face value. I won't know if you don't tell me. That's what Sadaishi said to me back then. He's right. He won't know unless I tell him. If it's just making food every so often like this, I can do whatever you'd like. Sadaishi suddenly froze in the middle of eating his meal. I also think it's fun to spend time with you like this. I, I'll go clean up. Wait. He took my hand and our eyes locked. Oh God. Really? You don't hate being with me. You said it's fun, and that you actually enjoy and want to keep spending time with me like this. Oh, spending time like this with me. Yes, I see. I don't know what to do. I feel so happy. It really, really makes me happy. Thank you, Spacey. His voice is so full of emotion. It sounded like he was overflowing with joy right now. And we're like, I'm gonna go wash. You're strange. It moved my heart deeply. I thought about eating breakfast after I went home, but he told me to eat something while I was there, so I made myself some omurice. Once I realized it, much time had passed. Oh, Saraishi, after this, we have to tell the office that the September and October cases have been solved. Saraishi? Either way, the incident will be reported on, so they'd know. At this rate, they might actually have you help someone else. Yes, there's not much time until X Day, so I have to make sure I don't drag anyone down. Is that all? Oh, we're not going to be able to investigate together like this. Doesn't that make you sad? I I think that's to be expected in order to maintain efficiency. I know that too. I know that. But I don't like it. You don't like it? Oh no. I'll misunderstand him at this rate. Sadaishi said what I was just Sadaishi said I was just a target of observation, so I knew he was interested in me. But I didn't think he was interested in me as a person. I wondered if we shared the same feelings. That's what was going through my mind. Please don't say it like a spoiled child. When I tried to chase those thoughts out of my head, I forced myself to calm down. Even in times like this, you're so calm. You could at least feel a little bit more sad about it. Today she got angry without knowing how I was really feeling. Even if we're not investigating together, we'll still be in the same workplace. That's not what I meant. I don't want you to be taken by anyone else. Huh? Inagi has always been kind to you. You and Enomoto are both similar because you're easy to tease, and Sasuzuka might bully you. See, all three of them need to be stopped. I don't know if I should agree. What does he mean that they need to be stopped? I can't keep you to myself anymore. We still haven't exposed the mole in the police force. Oh, right. And our deal is still ongoing, so I'll need to have you cooperate with me, and I'll help you should you need anything. Now that you mention it, you're right. Okay, then it's okay. Speaking of which, I made another deal with you. That you'd fight with me to protect this town. Yes, in exchange for my help, you said you'd do anything for me. Huh? I didn't say anything like that. What? Yes, you did. You said you were part of the deal. Looking back, it was a pretty bold statement. You were offering yourself to me. Ugh. You said you'd be by my side no matter what. I haven't forgotten about that. But that was in the heat of the moment. What? It was a lie. I didn't know you could spontaneously lie. No, it wasn't a lie. I swear I spoke the truth then. Oh, that's good. He was sulking a little earlier, but now he's in such high spirits. It made me laugh a little. I've always thought this, but Tadaishi can be so childish sometimes. Like how he'd constantly ask why, and how he just acted the way he wanted. And also the way he's so pure. You can say that's childish. Say, I've been thinking. Today we just happen to have taken a day off together. Let's spend it doing something special that we can't do every day. What do you have in mind? Personally, I was thinking about advancing the investigation some more. but said she intended to enjoy this little holiday. For example, like maybe a date. A date? The weather's nice, though I think it's a perfect day for a date. Come on, let's get ready to go out. Uh, okay. A date? Seriously? Did he figure out how I feel about him? And now that I thought about it, Saraishi was good at reading people's minds. Although you tend to forget since he was perplexed for a while. Even if that were the case, that means he doesn't mind, right? Hey, snap out of it. Hurry up and get ready or I'm leaving you behind. If you leave me behind, it won't be a date. Oh, right. Then I'll wait, but you should hurry up. Sure. But a date? Where would we even go? I suppose even I felt elated when I was going out somewhere with someone that I liked. We're going to find out about this date in the next part. So, oh God, yeah. I imagine going, oh God, it's going to be great. It's going to be not at all what you, she's going to be like, wait, what? Okay, anyway. So I'm going to wrap this part up here and we'll find out about the date or possibly non-date, who knows, in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.